Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this week's edition of the Playlist Podcast. With me, your host, Jack Willard, joined as always by my co-host, Gemma Roots.
Hi.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of the Playlist Podcast. So, we are actually going to be on YouTube on this episode, and if you are watching on YouTube, then clearly you know that. Anyway, this is going to be a bit new for us, so bear with us on that one. But we thought we'd put this episode on YouTube because we're actually going to be doing an episode where we're going to be showing off collections, and that is going to be our physical music collections. So we thought instead of it just being a podcast, might be a little bit boring. We thought you guys might actually kind of want to see us, or more or less the stuff we're going to be showing off to you, to be honest. So that should be pretty cool. It should be fun. So both me, myself, and Gemma, we're big music lovers, hence the podcast. But also, we both just grown up loving music and everything. And I myself, I've been collecting music for many years. And over the years, I've built up quite a collection of CDs. And I've quite recently gotten into vinyl, and I've built up quite a collection of that as well. So we kind of just want to talk about them, show them off, and all that. So yeah, this should be quite a fun and interesting one to do, don't you think, Gemma?
Yeah. And also because obviously with everything going on this year, normally Record Store Day is just one day a year, but this year it's 3 days. So we will obviously promote this episode on those days as well.
Yes, 100%. Because we've already one of the days has already been. To be fair,
yeah,
we've got 2 more left. The original one was actually going to be on my birthday, the 18th of April. Gutted. That would have been a great day. But there you go. COVID-19 happened, and the rest is history, basically. Just like the whole of this year. This should be good. So obviously, Gemma, you are more of a CD person. So do you want to kind of explain a little bit more about that?
Yeah. I mean, don't have the means to play vinyls, and it's easier for CDs because my car's not new enough to have the USB lead for listening to music from my phone, so the CDs are good for that. And also, like, I just like having the physical version. I like looking through the booklets and things like that.
Yeah,
it's a better experience.
CDs are handy to store. I agree with that. I mean, I've got literally a whole 2 stands of CDs just across my room. They're easier to store than vinyl, that's for sure. But I still buy the occasional CD, mainly if I am in the car. But I'm more of a vinyl person now because I just love the look of vinyl and I love the sound of vinyl.
Yeah.
They sound amazing, especially if you've got a good vinyl player. And just the look of them are so cool. Like the retro looks really amazing. The artwork on them can be really good. Yes, they're more expensive. And yes, it's a much more expensive hobby than buying CDs. Like HMV, they normally do like a 2 for 10 deal on CDs, where vinyl it's like 2 for 30. So there's a bit of a difference. So it can hurt the wallet a little bit. But I don't know. I think when you start collecting vinyl, I instantly got addicted to it. And I've only actually had a vinyl player just under a year now, and I've already got about 85. Yeah, I counted earlier, about 85 in my collection already. So yeah, it adds up quickly, definitely. But there you go. But CDs are still cool. But it's just good to have physical music, 100%. Obviously, everyone likes to stream these days, which I totally understand. But sometimes having the physical music, I think, like you say, is a better experience. But I also think you're actually helping the artist more sometimes by actually going out and buying their actual record, album, stuff. And it's more of a keepsake, you know what I mean? I think.
Yeah. I sometimes as well. Like, I've heard a lot about vinyls, and the quality of them, and I find the sound quality on a physical record is a lot better than a stream or a download.
100%. The bass especially can really do well. Really can. Depends what kind of vinyl player you have. I mean, if you go for a cheap one, then it's going to be okay, but it's not going to be up to the same level as some of the really expensive ones. So it really depends how much you like your music, I guess. and everything else. Because I mean, the stereo, like the CDs, any stereo will play a CD. Like that's the handy thing about having CDs. Means you haven't got 4K on a really expensive stereo. It'll kind of sound the same unless you want massive speakers. Depends what kind of music you like though. You know, if you're into classical music or opera, you don't really need like a heavy bass, do you? So you know, so probably don't need to fork out on like these mega speakers. But there you go. But if you're into like club, hip hop, etc., like you'll probably want something that's going to play it really loud to really allow it to fully execute what it's meant to do. I'd say. So yeah. But anyway, for those of you guys that are listening, if you whether you collect physical music or you prefer to stream, either way, it's great. But if you want to get involved in the conversation, you know, you can hit us up on Twitter or Instagram, and you can like kind of join in on the conversation too, and talk about why you do what. Like, why do you stream? Why do you collect? Or why do you do both? Or why do you do neither? Hopefully, you don't do neither because I'm stuck.
If you're not doing any of those, then why are you listening to a podcast?
Yeah, well, shit, I don't want to lose listeners now. I might just listen to it because it's something to do, isn't it? You know, you might enjoy me ripping on you all the time. No, leave it at that. Ouch. Okay, cool. Right, we better get serious now.
Yeah.
So I'm going to show off like my vinyls. I won't show all 85 because we'll be here all day. So, and you're not going to show off all your CDs because this episode will be longer than Avengers Endgame, Gemma. So yeah. We'll just show off. I'm going to show off like the favourite ones or like rare edition ones, the ones that I really like. I'm guessing you're kind of going to do the same as well. Show off like favourite ones.
Mine is basically just a collection of ones that I think that they're the ones that mean the most to me. So ones that I've spent a lot of time waiting for them to come out and then going out to buy them. So a lot of them are like collections of one artist that I've got all of their music.
Oh, okay. Cool. All right. So should we like take it in turns then, if you know what I mean? Makes it a bit more interesting.
Yeah, could do.
So, did you want to go first? Show off first.
Okay.
CD?
I'm gonna go way back. It's not a CD or a vinyl.
Oh, okay.
It's a cassette.
Wow. Well, if you collect cassettes as well, that would be a really interesting conversation to have as well, listeners. That's for sure.
Yeah. In our house, we have a lot of cassettes.
Oh, okay. Is that Spice Girls I can see?
Yes, it's the Spice Girls one. Yeah, this isn't actually mine. This is my mum's.
Oh, okay.
So a lot of her music collection is my collection too.
I wish. No, I'm glad I don't have that same set of mine.
Yeah, so we listen to quite a lot of cassettes because we've got a music player that does cassettes and CDs still, and I think I just like the whole like idea of the cassette. It's like it looks a lot better if you want it, to be honest. And like the whole idea of like you have to turn it around and kind of rewind it. I like that kind of old style.
Yeah. Okay. I wouldn't take you as being someone that would like that. I can see. I thought you'd get frustrated with stuff like that, but fair enough. Clearly, I don't know you very well.
No.
But yeah. Is that like their debut album? That one, by the way.
Yes.
Do you know? They got like Wannabe on it and stuff like that.
Yes.
Nice.
I mean, there's 10 tracks on there. It's a good listen.
Yeah, it's a good album. I've heard the album. It's a good one. Decent. Yeah, I wasn't expecting a cassette off you, so that's already shocked me there. That's good. All right, I'll give you credit there. Right. My first one then is. Oh. So this one is. Make sure it's definitely visible on the camera. Yep. Whatever people say I am, that's what I'm not by the Arctic Monkeys. This is their debut album, and it's literally like the be-all and end-all of indie albums. Like Arctic Monkeys started off like a small Sheffield indie band, but then when this album came out, they skyrocketed up high, and they've still been going since. This is still my favourite album from them as well. I just love the indie vibes that it gives. I especially love like the heavy bass, the kind of like really strong but sometimes cheesy lyrics. Alex Turner just makes things work really well. Great guy. And it's just got some real classics on here. Like I Bet You Look Good on the Dance Floor. Everyone should know that song. You know that song, Gemma.
Yeah.
There you go. When the Sun Goes Down, Mardy Burn, Dancing Shoes, that's a real anthem. It's just a really fantastic album that really just did so much for indie music in the UK, and I absolutely adore it. Quite often, this definitely comes out of the box. I'm going to use that phrase quite a lot, I think, today. Yeah, this one definitely comes out a lot, and I just love listening to it. It's great. Sounds really good on vinyl too, and yeah, it's really nice. And I only got it for a tenner on an Amazon sale. That's how happy I am about that, because it usually retails at like 25 quid.
That's not a bad price.
Yeah, it's not bad, is it? It is a really like big, popular album. I'd even argue and say it's iconic. People might not agree with me on that, but I'd put it up there. Like, I would say it's definitely like by far like one of the biggest indie albums to come out ever since like some of the early Oasis stuff. I would say in the UK, though, not talking about the whole world. But yeah, cool.
Right.
What's your next one?
All right, so my next one, I've just gone for a collection. Some of you may know that I do listen to a bit of K-pop. So they are a lot bigger than a normal CD. And I do prefer it like this. I think a lot of musicians should actually do this. I know Taylor Swift has done it with not the newest album, but the album before. She did like whole experience. So yeah. So we've got here I've got the whole collection of the Stray Kids albums. Got that one, this one, this one, and the most recent one. So it comes in like a little box, and you get like a little booklet, posters, little figurines, and then you get the CD as well. So I think they're a lot more expensive. Like this one was $25 when it first came out, but then you get everything else with it. So I think that it's worth a lot more. Got the TXT albums. I've got 2 of them so far. I need to get the 3rd one. And then the ones that I have stopped collecting because it was getting a bit out of hand. So I've got all the BTS CDs, and then this one was the last one I got, and I stopped after that because this is huge.
Oh yeah, I've seen that about in Tesco. That's for sure.
I mean, a lot of people were buying because this is just one of them. There's 4 versions of this.
What is it? Just like a different colour, I'm guessing, or do you get like additional tracks?
And you get like different bits in it as well. So different posters and things. And I was like, why would you want all 4 of them when it's the same songs?
Fan bases can be very hardcore. There you go.
So my collection is pretty small compared to other people. A lot of people do collect like all of the different versions of the albums. I just go for one.
Yeah, not everyone's made of money. Sure. But yeah, no, that's cool. That's cool. What do they retail at then? Do they retail at a higher price because they're bigger?
They're all roughly around £25 to £30.
It's about a vinyl kind of price then. A bit more actually. Yeah.
I mean, where just before the BTS album came out, that bigger one I showed you. They were doing it for if you pre-ordered it and you pre-ordered all 4 of them,
Hmm.
you got it for £100.
That's not bad, to be fair. Yeah,
Yeah.
not a bad deal. Why do you do that? No, you fancy that?
No.
Oh, okay. Looks cool though. Looks cool. I didn't know they were all like that. I thought that BTS one that I've been seeing all the time is just a special edition. I didn't realise they all actually are like that size.
Yes, they are that big.
Fair play.
That
Fair
one is
play.
that big, it doesn't even fit on the shelf.
Just buy like a massive storage box or something. My vinyl box would be the job for you. That's
Yeah.
nice. All right. Cool. Right. So next one, I'm going to pull out the bag. Oh, here we go. He's really heavy, by the way. Sorry. Here we go. Okay, so I've got Billie Eilish's big album.
Great album.
Absolutely adore this one. So obviously, yeah, when we all fall asleep, where do we go? I'm not going to talk about how awesome this album is because she won 4 Grammys this year for a reason, or 5 actually, 4 or 5, still quite amazing. So I really, really love this album a lot. It is awesome. Just want to show you the colour of it as well, because this is the cool thing about vinyls, Gemma. Get some real cool stuff. Look at that, eh? Nice and yellow. I love it. Absolutely love it. But yeah, it is an awesome album. Fantastic stuff. It's definitely going to become iconic in years to come, that's for sure. It's done absolute wonders, this album. Obviously, you've got the big track Bad Guy, but then you've got so many other fantastic anthems on here, like You Should See Me in the Crown, which is nice and heavy. You've got 8, which is nice and soft with the harmonica, absolutely beautiful song to listen to. Bury a Friend, When the Party's Over, Wish You Were Gay. It's just an awesome album, and I'm really happy to have it on vinyl. Like I say, I love the fact that it's nice colour as well, the disc, because it's nice and dark here, and then you've got a really bright yellow disc, which is cool. And it also glows in the dark as well.
No,
I can't show that off right now because it's daylight. And even if you draw my curtains, it won't be that dark in here. So maybe but still, awesome vinyl. Love it. Another one that comes on quite often, that's for sure.
Okay, so my next one, I've gone for not my collection. It's my mum's.
Okay.
I'm going to have to move the laptop because there is quite a lot and I'm not getting them all out. So they're all in the cupboard still. So I hope you'll be able to see it. Let me put my torch on.
Like I say, we said we were new to this, folks, so bear with.
Okay, right.
Now we're getting a tour of Gemma's room.
In this cupboard down here is all of my mum's Now CDs.
Oh, wow.
So there's loads in here.
I thought on the left-hand side they were PlayStation 1 games. Sorry. That same kind of
they're all the Now CDs. So you've got what are these ones down here? So we've got all the CDs. That's not all of them, by the way.
Wow.
And they go all the way right to the back. I can just about see Now 14.
Wow.
And my mum has every single one of them.
So, like, have they all been like opened and stuff as well?
Well, yeah, my mum listens to them.
Oh, I was just checking. I wasn't sure if she's like one of those collectors that like buys them and then is waiting one day for them all to become like really like worth a lot of money. Like people that buy like, action figures and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But still, they could be worth money one day. To be fair.
Well, yeah, we have been told they are worth a lot because she's got all of them.
Worth looking into one day.
She used to get them from a little record store near where she lived.
Oh, okay. Cool.
They've shut down now.
Right. Still though, like every Now album, does that include like the special editions as well?
We've got some of the special editions. I've got some of them too. So like here we've got Now 1994.
Nice.
Now Dance. There's loads of them.
Oh, I've got one to show you. Have you got? No, that's what I call running.
Yes.
Have you? Oh, I remember getting this when I was like 13. I loved it.
Yeah, You name it, we've got it.
Well, I could one up you there. Damn it. Cool. Well, that is pretty big, to be fair. Well, then now, so
Yeah.
impressive. Well, big shout out to your mum. Shout out to Gemma's mum there for collecting them for how many years?
Gosh, I have no idea.
I don't insult your mum, but I'm not going to.
I think it might have been like, was it the 80s? Round about then.
Wow, crazy stuff, really crazy. Well, fair play, fair play. All the now. I don't think I'm going to be able to follow that, to be honest. But I'll try my best. Oh, damn. Okay. There's no way I was going to do this video without including quite possibly, arguably my favourite album, joint favourite album near enough. You probably know what it is anyway. It is American Idiot by
Yeah.
I absolutely adore this album by far. I have tried to get the special edition that comes with like a red and black disc record, right? But it's very hard to find for a decent price. I'm not willing to pay £120 that I saw on the American eBay. So that's actually $120 and then plus about $20 in shipping. But maybe one day, Still, I adore this album. It is amazing. I listen to it so often. Know it off by heart. It's absolutely iconic, incredible album. So I had to include it on here. Otherwise, I'll be shaming myself. So, yeah, awesome stuff. Comes out very often. 100%.
I honestly thought it was either going to be Green Day or Oasis.
The video's still going, Gemma. Still going.
Okay, right. What should we go for next? Okay, special ones. I know they're not together anymore, but these are probably got to be the most sentimental ones to me. So a few years ago, I was a Union J fan. For those of you who don't know, they were a band on the X Factor. And I've got both of their albums, and they're both signed.
Ooh. Nice. Very nice.
I didn't meet them. My friend did.
Oh, okay. That was going to be my next question. Yeah, where'd you get them from? Oh, okay. Very cool. Very cool. Well, hold on to them. You never know. Maybe in like 2050, Union J reunite and sell out Wembley Stadium.
Yeah.
Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, that's pretty cool though to have signed stuff. That's pretty awesome. That is awesome. I wish I had signed stuff. Unfortunately, I don't. So once again, I need to try and follow that. Cheers, Jeff.
Do you actually have your vinyls near you, or are you just travelling across the house to go and get them?
Oh, they're right near me. I'm just trying to go through. Like I say, they're quite hard to follow through. I'm not gonna lie. You'll be surprised. Okay. Next one. Here we go. Honestly, if you can see this box, you'll understand why. So the next one I've got is it's from a pop artist that I'm a huge fan of. It's the only vinyl that I actually have of them at the moment, which is a bit annoying, but I do want to get more as time goes on. Probably one of his more underrated albums, I'd say. More people rate his earlier stuff, but I still give this album a big thumbs up. And it is Justin Timberlake, The 2020 Experience Part 2. So this came out, I believe, at the end of 2012. I might be wrong, it might be 2013, but I think it was 2012. But yeah, it's just a really solid album to be fair. I got it from a record store that I do get quite a few of my records from, which I will be talking about a little bit later. But I just love the artwork on it. I think it's really well done, really nice material as well. I sound like such a fangirl right now. Look at the artwork. But yeah, it is just a really awesome album from start to finish. Very experimental. He uses some really good styles in this album. I just think it's really awesome. And yeah, I got it for £8 as well. Once again, I like showing off ones that I got a good deal with. Yeah, pretty awesome.
And I think like you saying about it being very experimental. I think that's why Timberlake is such a success, because he likes to experiment.
Oh,
and none of his albums sound the same.
100% agree with that. Yeah, 100%. Like I say, people just think he's a stereotypical pop star, but there's a lot more to him, I think.
He's a great showman as well. I'd like to go and see him live.
Oh, he's good live. He is good live. 100%.
Okay. What should I go for next? Okay. So this is also a bit of promotion for a episode coming up. So I haven't got them all here. There is one missing because it's in my car. So I've got all of the Vamps CDs. And this one. The other one to this is in the car. I forgot to bring it in. Yeah, the Vamps. Big fan.
No.
know.
I've no idea. Neither
Yeah.
the audience right there.
I've got all of the CDs, and this one isn't actually a CD, it's a DVD, and I've got 2 of them. This one's still in its packet. The other one I have watched. So that one's staying in its packet for now.
Yeah, for God's sake, it could be worth money one day.
Yeah.
I just thought Keith was like making money, don't I?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not like Del Boy. Sorry.
We have got a few CDs here that are still in the packet, like Michael Jackson.
Oh, okay, that is worth. Sorry, I'm gonna stop. It's not about that. It's not about that. Cool. Cool. Right. So you like the Vamps, yeah?
Yes. So, I thought I'd show them ones because the new album Cherry Blossom, their 5th album, comes out on the 16th of October. And to celebrate, we're going to do a special Vamps episode. And I'm gonna review the new album, get some fans involved. So at the moment, we're on our website and on social media. We are getting people to fill out a survey of their favourite Vamps song, their favourite album, and tour so far. And we're getting good responses, but I think we need a lot more people getting involved. Because it would be nice to know what the fans think and what their favourites are.
100%. 100%. Yeah. I mean, I'm going to be going into that episode asking the questions. And doing all the talking. Kind of be like how it is right now, but there we go. Yeah,
we might have one more person. I just need to confirm.
Hold the phone. You got me excited now, Gemma.
We've got a special guest.
Oh, don't tell me anything about the show, do you? Right, next one I have picked out then is. So this one is actually of a gig that was recorded on vinyl, which I thought was pretty cool. You can get it on CD as well. So it's called A Paranormal Evening with Alice Cooper at the Olympia Paris. I believe this is from 2018 or 2017. Really, really fun album to listen to. You know, I always love live albums because it's just great because it feels like you're there. And then I always think an artist always puts on their best show when they're live because they always like to experiment and add a little twist to some songs, which I think is always good. Alice Cooper is a great example of doing that. Once again, multicoloured. So one of them is red, which I love. And then the other one, white. Love it, absolutely love it. I just love ones with colours on. I think it's really cool. They do cost more though, annoyingly. But still, it is cool. Cool to have. But yeah, it's just a really, really awesome album, I have to say. Once again, it's the only one that I've got that is actually of a live gig. So I thought I'd include that on there. I saw Alice Cooper live actually last year. It was very, very good. So actually having a live album too is really awesome as well. Yeah, that one did cost quite a bit. I think it was around the 30 quid range. So it was quite an expensive one, but pretty awesome. I listen to it once again quite often. It's a good one to jam out to.
Live albums, I think they're becoming so popular. We've got, I know they used to do them back in the day as well. My mum's got Mariah Carey, the MTV Unplugged.
Oh yeah,
CD.
yeah.
I've got 5 sauce live. I've got a few others that are live as well. I think they just work. It's a lot better than just a studio recorded album, because you get like the whole crowd and everything, and you kind of imagine that you're there.
Exactly. Yeah, and it's a good way to get into an artist as well, because I always think when I get into a new artist, I always like to hear what they're like live as well, because whether they've got the same effect live as they do in the studio. So you can kind of sometimes tell whether an artist is made for the studio or whether they're made to be a performer as well. Always, I prefer ones that are made to be both. Well, performer, if you can't perform live as well as you can record sometimes, I understand. But if it's a major difference in quality, that's where I don't know, it doesn't do it for me personally. I don't know how other people feel, but there you go. Cool. Was that your next one you were going to show, by the way?
No, that was part of a collection, but that one's gone out the window now. Go on, let's go for this one. This one, yet again, I've forgotten to go and get the other CDs because they're in my car. So I've got all the Ariana CDs.
Oh, nice.
All of these are still in the packaging.
I thought about that. I thought you would jam them out.
No, these ones are still in the packet because I've got other ones.
Okay.
That aren't. And I picked these up because I like to have a CD in the packet and one not. So when I do have the money, I will go and buy a duplicate. And these ones I got from HMV, and they were 2 for a tenner. So that's why I picked them up.
Not bad. 2%.
Sweetener and Thank You Next don't have the duplicates for these, but they're in my car, so they do get used quite a lot when it's
Just
me and my sister.
Just bring your car around. This video could be much longer.
I'll just go and do the episode in my car.
It's fine. We've already seen half the room now, so yeah, might as well keep it going. Do it. Right. As you were speaking about Ariana, then I might as well pull this one out of the bag. I wasn't going to, but as you said it, I might as well. I've only got one vinyl from her, but I do have the most recent. Yeah. Thank You Next, the most recent one, because her vinyls are quite expensive. Sweet Light is expensive.
Yeah.
And it's my least favourite.
Is the vinyl coloured?
No, the vinyl isn't, I'm afraid. It's standard, yeah. There was a coloured version, but pink doesn't really go with me, personally.
Oh,
it was a lot more expensive.
My nan has a limited edition Elvis Presley vinyl, and it's bright pink.
Bright pink?
Yeah. I assume that's the same colour as what that vinyl is, if you have the coloured one.
Nah, this is just standard black, yeah. The pink one was worth a lot more. Like, when I got this from a website called recordstore.co.uk, I think the pink was about 50 quid. Just like that. This was only 20, so a major difference. You know what I mean? Like, I'm paying an extra 30 quid for a colour. And don't get me wrong, it would be cool, but 30 quid, no, I'm good. I could get another 2 vinyls for that.
I'm going to say to you what you've just said to me. It would be worth money in the future.
That's still my catchphrase. Yeah, it probably would be, but I'm not made of money. But still, yeah, Thank You Next. Really, really awesome album. One of the best by far.
So you have a good range of what you have. Mine's just all pop music.
No.
I don't have it down.
For now.
Okay, I'm going to ask you a question. What's your most embarrassing album that you have?
Oh, okay.
Or the most out there, really unusual?
Okay, give me a sec. Honestly, I wouldn't really say they're any unusual, really, to be perfectly honest. Like, no, I've even got I've got like a random 80s, like, just like playlist one. But
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with that, because I love the 80s music. It's got Queen, Billy Joel, Dolly Parton, UB40, U2. Like, it's good.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really. No, there's honestly. I'm just going to quickly look at my CDs then.
Okay, then while you're there, then I'm not actually in my room, so I can't go and get them because I needed access to the Now CDs and the cassettes. I have a lot of weird ones in my collection. Like I have a CD with a playlist of musical songs from Broadway and the West End. What else do I have? I have some of the Pop Princess CDs.
Oh yeah, I used to get it.
And the Pop Party CDs. I think the most weirdest ones I have, I've got both of the Jedward albums.
Are they any good?
I mean, when I was younger, when they first released them, I wasn't even 15. I was younger than that, and I thought they were quite good, but now, not so sure.
No comment. No comment. Right. I mean, Jedward, they're interesting boys. They've done well for themselves.
Yeah, they're still going.
Well, they're still making music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they sound a lot different to what they used to.
Wembley Stadium tour one day. Who knows? Maybe Union J, they could do like a little something.
Yeah.
Who knows? Who knows? I'm calling it 2032. Got a good feeling about that, yeah. Definitely. Okay. No, honestly, I don't think there's any in my collection that I think are completely out there. Like, I've got random pop ones. Like, I'm talking about my CDs more here. But I mean, yes, I have Teenage Dream by Katy Perry. I was a big fan of her back in the day. It's a pretty good album still. I'm not going to knock it. Stuff like that. But all in all, no, I wouldn't really say there's any out there that I would say I'm that embarrassed by. So, yeah. So I haven't got Aqua or anything like that. Sorry, Gemma. Sorry to disappoint you. Cool. Right. Okay, so let's get a couple more out. So, yeah, you did mention earlier, Gemma, that I'm a bit of an Oasis fan, didn't you?
Yes.
Oh. Right, okay. I've got nearly all of them, but I don't have all of them.
Okay.
So I've got definitely maybe the debut, iconic, enough said. What's the Story, Morning Glory?
That one.
Iconic. Oh,
That one. That's the 25th anniversary, isn't it? Soon.
yeah, very soon. There is a special limited edition one you can pre-order, which I'm tempted to do. Very tempted. I've got their B-sides album as well, The Master Plan. It's good. I've got Standing on the Soldier of Giants. Love the artwork on here, the New York stuff. Absolutely love that. Beautiful. And the last one I've got is Don't Believe the Truth. So I'm only missing another 3. So not bad, not bad. But yeah, so I thought I have to show them off, as you mentioned them earlier. But obviously I was going to show them off at some point. Yeah, awesome albums. Love them. Awesome.
You have quite a big selection, considering you've had your vinyl player less than a year.
That's it. I'm good with money when I want to be, but I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, like I say, there's still loads I could show, but I'm only going to obviously show select ones. But yeah. Oh, what other ones you got?
That's it.
That's it. Oh, okay.
That's all I've got down here.
That's it down here. Oh,
Just go and get more, but.
Fair. All right. Okay. I'll just quickly wrap up a couple more big ones I've got. Okay, so I've got obviously one of the most iconic albums of all time, Nevermind by Nirvana.
Yeah.
I absolutely love this one. And obviously, you mentioned Mariah Carey Unplugged. I've got the Nirvana Unplugged, which is awesome stuff, absolutely awesome. Unplugged sessions I am a bit iffy with sometimes because I sometimes feel they're a little bit not always necessary. But sometimes they work. Depends who the artist is, and it depends. Honestly, it just depends what the songs they're choosing are like. Sometimes doing acoustic just doesn't work for certain songs, and then sometimes it really changes a song and gives it a whole new meaning, which I feel that Nirvana did really well with that album. Yeah, I mean, Liam Gallagher recently did an MTV Unplugged. I don't have that, unfortunately, but I do want to pick that up in the future. But that is another one that I feel like I wasn't too sure about it at first, but I've listened to it on Spotify, and actually it has a really good twist he's put onto some songs. So it works, and sometimes it doesn't work. So that's another good topic to get into and talk about, that's for sure. Cool. Probably just a couple other really big ones that I really love. I really like my country music, obviously, and I'm a huge fan of Florida Georgia Line. I think these guys are ace. The only vinyl that I actually have of theirs, which is called Can't Say I Ain't Country, very original. But I really do like them. I think they're awesome. I only got that for a fiver. Fiver.
Awesome. You're really good at finding all these really good deals.
Yes, some good deals, aren't I? And then probably the last one I show off, which is just one that comes out very often. I love to have a blast with this album. Is You've Come a Long Way, Baby by Fatboy Slim. Absolutely adore this album. I think it just brings me so much nostalgia. It's got the iconic Rockefeller Skank, Praise You, Right Here, Right Now. It's a phenomenal album. It really put him on the map so much. Absolutely awesome. Great to listen to on vinyl. If you've got a good vinyl player, you can feel the bass on that. So yeah, right. I think we'll wrap it up there because we do still have more we want to cover in this episode. My bed is getting a bit full now with vinyl. So yeah, awesome. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Obviously, we can do like a part 2 to this one day in the future. Gemma could go through every single Now album if you wanted her to. Sure, you wouldn't mind Gemma. That could be a potential fan for the future, that's for sure. But I just quickly wanted to give a little shout out to some people that did give us a mention on social media about some of their favourite vinyls or CDs that they actually own. So just do a very quick mention now. So thank you once again to everyone that sent us messages on either Twitter or Instagram. So the first one we've got is from Mothboy. He's also known as Giant Peach on Twitter. And he's actually got a signed limited edition red coloured vinyl of Damn by Kendrick Lamar, which was a huge hip hop album that came out a few years ago. I think that's awesome. Just the fact that it's coloured and it's signed as well, I think that's amazing. Love to see that. He's also got the glow in the dark when we all fall asleep. Where do we go by Billie Eilish as well, which is really awesome. And he's also got a Deep Understanding vinyl box set from the War on Drugs. And he's got a signed Relaxer vinyl from Alt J, which is really awesome as well. So, yeah, cool stuff. So, yeah, thank you again for that, Giant Peach. That was awesome. We got some as well on Instagram, didn't we, Gemma?
Yes. So, one was from Eleanor Picton. She, her favourite is 21 by Adele. Classic album. I like that album. That's a good one. Kirsty Scott, she likes Back to Black by Amy Winehouse. Classic.
Yeah, it's very good.
Abby on Instagram. Her favourite is High Expectations by Mabel. That's one of my favourites. I've got that on a playlist on my Spotify.
Yeah, and the picture she sent us, didn't she? As well.
Yeah, she has an awful lot.
Yeah, fair play to her. Definitely, Mabel, you've got a huge
picture. Let me get the picture up. Right, okay, so the picture shows that she's got 2 of the vinyls, 2 CDs, and she's got a cassette as well.
Wow. Fair play to her. That's pretty awesome. Dedication. That's for sure. She must really like that album.
A lot of artists are doing that now. They're doing like a CD bundle, vinyl bundle, and cassette bundle. So that they're all coming back into fashion.
They are. Yeah, people love the retro look. They sure do. That's cool. That is cool. Awesome.
Who else?
Well,
Archie as well. Archie Norris.
yes, yeah. Yeah, his one really caught me off guard.
He went for All Rise by Blue.
Yeah, Blue. Yeah, they had some good tunes back in their day. They were kind of around at the same time like Westlife was about. Yeah, they never reached the full kind of height that Westlife got to, but they still had some few number ones here and there. But All Rise is a tune. I haven't listened to the album, but I'm sure it's quite good. I just didn't expect that from Archie, so they're basically Archie.
Yeah, you can take a listen on our Spotify as well with the interview with Archie.
Yes, definitely. Really, really funny interview that was many months ago. Cool.
And another musician that we've had on before, the Gravity Drive, you can take a listen to their episode as well. They went for Storm in Heaven by The Verve.
Yeah, that's a very good one. That's a very good one. Great choice, guys. Great choice. Great to hear from you again as well.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, so also we just wanted to talk about in this episode where a good place actually is to buy records and CDs. Now, I mean, obviously CDs you can basically buy anywhere, like supermarkets, Tesco, Asda, America, you've got Walmart, other countries you've got other retailers and stuff. But vinyls, particularly, like sometimes really got to look about, I'd say sometimes. Like you can obviously go to places like HMV to do deals and obviously have a lot of like the mainstream stuff. And you can also go online to places like Amazon, or you can even do like marketplace on Facebook, eBay, etc. Depends how you feel about second hand though. That's a whole other story. But there are some really good just vinyl shops about. So obviously we're based in East Sussex, UK, so I'm just going to talk about some ones that are nearby-ish to us. I know there's many in London, and I'm sure there's loads across the UK, like Manchester, Newcastle, etc. But there's a few really good ones around our area. So Brighton has a real good like music scene. They've got about 8 to 10 record stores. And when I was doing a bit of work experience for a publication back in February, I did go around and actually get chatting to some of these record store owners and found out a bit about them. So you've got Resident Records in Brighton, which is right along, like literally like the lanes in Brighton. You cannot miss it. It's a really cool shop, huge. Honestly, you can get tons of great deals in there and so many good mixture of music. So you've got indie, you've got like your club drum and bass, and then you've got like your mainstream kind of stuff, and then you've even got like soft jazz and country, reggae. So basically got something for everyone in that place, which I think is really cool. Another really good one in Brighton as well is called Rare Kind Records. They're also based along the lanes as well. You can get some really good deals there. And there's even a really good one in Eastbourne. And I used to go there sometimes on my way to uni. I discovered it on my way to uni one day. I ended up spending quite a bit of money there over a few months. And it's called the Vinyl Frontier. It's quite a small one, but you can get some really good deals, and you've got a good mixture as well, which is really good.
Yeah. That one's the one with the little cafe at the back of the shop, isn't it?
It is, yeah. So go and get a coffee and buy vinyl. Perfect Monday afternoon.
I think that's a good idea, like a good concept.
Like,
go and have a coffee and go and chill and buy some vinyls.
Buy some vinyl. Sounds like Amsterdam. Cool. Right. Do you have any places you wanted to mention, or did you?
See, I don't really go to places like that, so perhaps we should take a trip to Brighton and go and have a look.
Yeah, take you about, get you into vinyl, Gemma. And that's the thing, everyone. Should Gemma start listening to vinyl, collecting vinyl? Yes. Cool. Right. Okay. So we'll wrap things up then with our usual quiz. So those of you who are listening on YouTube, maybe for the first time to the show, at the end of each episode, me and Gemma tend to do like a quiz where we ask each other 5 questions each, and the winner wins. We do like a best of 10 series. So the winner of this one, well, actually, to be fair, I haven't even given you your prize for the last series yet. So I still owe you a meal, and we don't know what the prize is going to be for this one yet. We'll sort that out nearer the time.
Yeah.
But I'll buy you a takeaway or something. Uber Eats or something. But yeah, so the current score is 5-3 to myself. So Gemma, you need to pull out the bag today.
Yes, I will.
So let me just get my pen ready. And, wherever it is, probably buried in these vinyls. And we'll begin. So we tried to do a bit of a theme. I've done some questions that are to do with physical music, and then some are just random.
All right.
Is that what you've done as well?
I've done a few on like albums, so kind of going with the theme, and some are just random.
Oh, okay, cool. So we kind of done a bit of the same. That's good. Cool. Right. So, shall I read to you first?
Go on then.
Okay. So, question number 1: what year were CDs actually invented?
Oh. Are you asking for a specific year?
Yeah, I feel like decade will be too easy. It's going to be 1 or 2 decades, really, for a specific year, I'm afraid. Sorry.
See, they're not actually as recent as what you think.
Caught me off guard when I looked it up, to be fair.
1979?
Yeah, well done. Got that right.
I was going to say, because it must have been around then, because my mum's got quite a few old CDs.
Cool. Good start. Okay. Question number 2. So this is just random. Detroit 2 is the new album, literally came out last week, from what hip hop star? I'll give you a clue. It's not Eminem. So I'll give you a clue, all
right? Big Sean?
Yeah, Big Sean. Well done. Cool. Question number 3. Who held... Okay, rephrase that. 2019, which album sold the most vinyls in the UK?
Most vinyls?
Yeah, so not CD. What album sold the most vinyls in the UK last year? Just the UK.
Oh. Just going off the basis of records sold, I'm going to say the debut album by Lewis Capaldi.
It was Why Me, Why Not by Liam Gallagher.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he actually won that crown last year, yeah. But Lewis Capaldi's a good guess, to be fair. Okay, question number 4. This is quite a hard one. Which artist appeared on the very first stereo LP ever distributed? I'll give you a clue. It was in 1957. So think of,
Are they British or American?
You know what? Hold the thought, so I need to check that.
So I was just going to go for one of the big names.
Okay. They're American and they're a band.
Oh, that's really thrown me now, because I would have said Elvis.
Yeah, my first guess would have been Elvis or a certain someone else who was very big at that time. But yeah, they're a band and they're known for their trombones. They're from New Orleans. New Orleans style of music.
I have no idea. I'm going to have to pass on that one.
They're called the Dukes of Dixieland.
Nah, I wouldn't know that.
The reason I picked something like that is because I wasn't sure whether you were going to research bits like that. So I thought I'd try the CD one. I was thinking, I don't know whether she was going to check research questions because I wanted to check for myself anyway, just in case you were going to throw it back at me. But there we go. Okay. Question number 5. So this is just random. What part of the UK is Dua Lipa?
London.
From London. So you got 3 out of 5. Well done. Oh.
Pretty average. Okay. Which Steps album features the songs 5, 6, 7, 8, One for Sorrow, and Heartbeat?
5, 6, 7, 8, Heartbeat. Step 1.
Yes. Just a little note. I have all of their albums.
They are. You know, they're going on tour next year.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and get some tickets.
And they're doing a new album as well. So having a bit of a comeback here. So there you go, Gemma.
They had like a little comeback. It was either last year or the year before. And they went on tour.
Yeah, they did, didn't they, actually? Yeah.
I tried to get tickets for that one and never could.
Well, they're playing Brighton in the OT, so you've got 2 chances.
Yes. I'm going to... you won't go, will you?
Honestly, I like some of their stuff, but I don't think I'll be happy.
Okay, right. Next one. What is the name of the debut album being released this month by Ava Max?
Ava Max. Debut album. Heard of it?
I've got part of it because she's releasing parts of it.
I think it's like quite religious kind of name. Heaven and Hell?
Yes. Yeah.
Sorry.
I might do, if you agree, when it comes out, I might do a little review of it.
Yeah, do what you want. This is how the podcast run, guys. I just do as I'm told. So, yeah.
Okay. Guess the song.
Oh, it's been a while since this has happened. Wait, the song or the lyrics, sorry?
No, just guess the song via the lyrics. So, I never asked for the rainfall. At least I showed up. You showed me nothing.
Never asked for the rainfall. At least I showed up. Oh, that's Rain on Me by Ariana and Lady Gaga.
Yeah. So you've got 3 so far. To date, how many albums has Lewis Capaldi sold? This is for his first album. And if you would listen to the news earlier on this week, you would have known.
I haven't been listening to the news. Well, it would have made a difference over hearing about coronavirus. God. Okay. Honestly, random number. I'm just gonna say let's just say 5 million.
It was 1 million.
Oh, okay. I went a little bit too over. Fair enough.
You overcooked it a bit.
Oh well.
And last question: which 2 musicians will take part in Strictly Come Dancing this year?
Ooh. I don't watch Strictly, I'm afraid. So my knowledge there is very low. Okay. They normally put pop stars on, so I'm feeling pop with this, really. Okay. I'm gonna take a wild stab in the heart. Or literally. Say. For some reason I'm feeling like someone from I'm gonna say Shane Phelan. I don't know why. I feel like he Go on, you just tell me.
So it was Max George from The Wanted and Harvey.
I was very far off.
It's a good lineup this year. I don't normally watch it, but I think I might do this year.
My grandparents like it. Nothing. Okay, cool. Right. So, right.
You got
So we
3.
tied.
Yes,
Yeah.
we tied this week.
Tied. So it's now 6-4. Better, Gemma. That's better.
Thanks. What did I get the week? What did I get in the last
Oh,
episode?
we're not
No.
going to mention that. People can listen to that themselves. It wasn't pretty though.
That was like a horror show.
It's, yeah, that's it. On that note, that will probably wrap things up then for this week. It's been a long one, but it's been a very fun one to do. Hope you guys have enjoyed this episode, and if you are interested in us doing more collection videos in the future, please let us know. And obviously, yeah, by all means, do check out some of our more recent episodes as well, and check out our new website too.
Yeah.
100%. So yeah, as Gemma said, we do have a Vamps episode coming up in the future, as Gemma explained earlier. So that should be pretty fun, interesting for me to take part in, that's for sure. And yeah, so we'll have more coming up in the future. But anyway, thank you for listening again, guys, and we will see you all next time. Take care. Goodbye.
Bye.